Good afternoon. Welcome to the No Name Show.
We back. We back like we left.
Hey, look. I feel like Shannon Sharp on location from Skip today. What's up,
Hey,
bro?
we big time, man. You in a different time zone. I'm over here still in the central time zone. I done cut my hair. I had hair the last couple of episodes. I done cut it down a little bit, but I'm still, I got my Cobra Kai on. I wear a freaking t-shirt every time, but different t-shirt. This is my Cobra Kai here. That's my favorite Netflix show right now. Daniel-san. But yeah, man, how you liking out there on vacation, man?
Good, man. Hey. Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So I tell them, get off the bench and get into the game.
Man, let's talk about games though. You saw that game last night.
I didn't get to see the finals last night. I was traveling en route on my little I'm on a sneak skate. I sneaked away and escaped. So on my little sneak skate.
Get all that. You going? I need you to apologize to me in front of these people.
And me being a man, me being
I
100%.
wasn't doing nothing that wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't capable.
Drew Holiday was the difference. Drew
Say it
Holiday,
one more time,
Drew Holiday was.
folks. This never happens. He's never gonna say that he was wrong. But I told you guys, if Drew Holiday steps his game up and can score some buckets, 25 more, 25 to 28 points, Bucks are gonna win this thing. And sure enough, my guy Drew, my New Orleans Pelican Drew, made it happen. That's all I want to know. That's all. And he got to have my locos for me. He better have my locos next time we in set together. I
Yeah.
just want y'all to know that.
Hey, I'm gonna have his locos the next time we all set together. That's facts.
Hey, man, Giannis, the first player in the history of the NBA with 5 All-Star selections, 5 All-NBA selections, multiple MVPs, 1 Finals MVP, and 1 Defensive Player of the Year before his 27th birthday. The best player in the series, right?
He was the best player in the series. 50 and 14 last night. Um, what can you say, man? I'm gonna say this because my my applause for him was loud, and so everything else needs to be loud. Chris Paul, I don't know what happened, bro,
So
but
y'all know what I've been saying the last 2 weeks
the
about Chris Paul.
the dude that showed up in game 1 and 2, I don't know where he went. Games 3 through 6, like they gave up 4 games in a row, and the games were
What you mean?
close.
Drew Holiday is a top 5 defender in the NBA, and he locked them down.
I don't know if
My guy Drew Holiday found it. Oh,
I,
oh man,
I don't
I'm just saying, Drew.
I don't know if I've ever seen Chris Paul turn the ball over as much as he did um, in this series. Chris Paul did a horrible job at being a master of his destination. He stuck it
This
up.
ain't no Invictus, brother. This is not Invictus. This is you got your ass locked up. Drew Holiday locked you up. PJ Tucker locked you up. You got locked up. Giannis, man.
Hey,
Giannis. Michael Jordan.
shout out to Mountain Dew. Shout out to the Kickstart Nation, Orange Citrus. Y'all need to come on, come on, give us that promo, Mountain Dew Kickstart.
So Giannis joins Michael Jordan. Hakeem Olajuwon is the only player to win an MVP, a Finals MVP, and a Defensive Player of the Year. The Dream and MJ, and now the Greek Freak. 3 people ever done it. Not LeBron, not Steph Curry, not KD, Michael Jordan, Hakeem the Dream, and the Greek Freak. does this solidify Giannis as the best player in the NBA?
Hell no.
You heard what the man said. The man said, I could have left and went joined the super team. He said, I could have left and went joined a super team. But I said, I'm going to get it out the mud. I'm going to do it the hard way.
So hold up. Time out. Y'all on that bullshit. So when you got Drew Holiday, who's been the primary guy on the team, when you got Chris Middleton, who goes from college to wherever he went, to G League, to being drafted by the Detroit Pistons, averaging 6.1 points a game, to being all that he's been for the Milwaukee Bucks. Chris Middleton is a superstar.
Who's the best player in the NBA then?
Say it with me. Kevin Durant. And guess what?
The guy who can't win a game with Team
Sometimes the best player or the best team doesn't always win. Sometimes the worst
Kevin Durant was on the best team. He was because he's on the super team, right?
Sometimes the worst team doesn't always lose.
Because he's on a super team, right?
I don't know.
You know Kevin Durant's on a super team.
I don't know. But in order for it to be considered a super team, doesn't all the pieces have to be on the court at the same time?
Anywho, man, I'm not giving no more talk to those guys who did it. Man, I'm happy for the city of Milwaukee. 50 years. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor, Oscar Robertson.
Shout out to Kareem. Shout out to Oscar Robertson. I remember as a young kid going to the Boys and Girls Club. We used to have the Oscar Robertson free throw shooting contest. Guess who's always been able to make free throws? Guess who won the Oscar Robertson free throw shooting contest at the Irvin Turner Tri-District Boys and Girls Club? You know where it's at. You're a Monroe guy. You're a Monroe. Hey. Shout out to North Louisiana Indians.
Hey, Giannis won last night at the free throw shooting contest, man. I was just so excited to see how he dominated all facets of the games, from rebounding to the 5 blocks to the 3 blocks that they call goal 10. You know, he did it on both ends of the court. He was a two-way player, man. And he really, the first 2 games, we remember, people, that Hobart was talking about DeAndre Ayton, the next up-and-coming thing. DeAndre Ayton. And Giannis navigated all that by being a rim stopper.
Hey, watch this though. Watch this though. Real spill. You know where the game went left at? This is me being petty. You know where the game went left at? They were counting
when he blocked that lob.
He blocked
that lob.
But they weren't counting alligators. See, if they'd have been counting alligators, they was just saying 1, 2. If they'd have been saying 1 alligator, 2 alligators. See, because that's how you get that 1,000th of a second on there. Then when they got to 10, the refs would have knew it was a violation. But when you just going 1, 2, there ain't no violation. They ain't have no count work. You see the pause?
Hey, man, you know.
Do you see the pause in it though? What? Do you see the pause?
It ain't about no pause. Them boys lost. Giannis came through and did what he had to do to make himself the greatest player in the world right now.
They did not lose. Phoenix did not lose. They got their ass whooped in games 3 through 6. They got their ass whooped.
Oh, yeah.
No game was close. Even in game 5, when they came back and played the game in the last minutes, it still wasn't a game because the lead was here. Like, you had to work your butt off to get it here.
Hey, man, I thought it was amazing that P.J. Tucker beat a former teammate from the Houston Rockets in every round. That's pretty amazing. You know, he beat Clint Capella for the Hawks. He beat Chris Paul in the finals. You know, shucks. He beat James Harden with the Nets. Like he beat somebody from his team in every series that he played the Hawks.
Are you being petty right now? Are you being petty?
I am, man. PJ Tucker, man. That's a guy's a ball player. You know,
that's how
ball player. He did what he had to do. You know, we'll celebrate that excellence. You know what I'm saying?
Real spill, bro, because I'm sick of talking about this bull crap. Shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks on their second NBA World Championship. It's a great honor. Shout out to Giannis Kimba. Y'all know I can't say that last name. Y'all know I'm tongue-tied here.
Antetokounmpo.
Hey, look, this for you, Giannis. This for you right here, bro. Real spill. Great job, man. You did every little thing that your team needed you to do, and you're not even a scorer, but for you to put up 50, like he's not
a. You're one of those guys. So you're one of those guys that said Giannis doesn't have a bag.
No, I ain't said he didn't have a bag. I said that he gets a lot of his buckets off slashing, transition. I'm talking about a scorer is a dude that pulls up from mid-range. A scorer is a dude that pulls up from three and lets it fly. It's like a complete score. Giannis is not.
Do they mark score when he shoots a layup? Do they mark score when he dunks it? Some days I think
I like you better with your hair nappy. We're gonna have to get that style.
You dumb as shit some days. Some days I think you're a really smart person, and some days I just say, well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You get 2 points for it, but you know what I'm talking about. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And
man, the man gave a back-to-back 40-plus games.
Don't make that face no more. Don't make that face no more. Double cupping it today, I see. Hey,
so my house.
I want to read this real quick. Just give me 1 second. We're about to do something new. You guys. So I want to read this real quick. Let me find it. I don't know what I did with it, but I know I'm supposed to have it somewhere.
Lord, he lost it again, y'all.
We just gonna say this right here, you guys. We're about to play this video. We're gonna be playing a couple of videos. We're claiming fair usage. And next time we'll be in studio, so I'll be able to play it. Play the fair usage video. Before. This week, LSU SWAC Media Day. Hey, you go first, man.
Oh man, the SEC Media Day, man. That's that was interesting, man. I sat there and I watched it.
Hey, you over there to the SWAC with Dion where you belong. I mean, with Coach Prime. Hey, you know what? Let me be Coach Prime for a second. Hold up. He said, "You wouldn't call Nick. Nick. Don't call me Dion." Well, Dion.
Hey, man. He's setting the precedence, man. That man setting the precedence. Let him know.
I seen a lot of people saying Dion was in his shit, in his feelings, and I say kudos to Deion Sanders. He did the right thing. I've never heard a journalist call Nick Saban by his first name. Ever.
They don't say Ed, they say Coach O.
Right.
I mean, they could have said Coach Prime.
Right. He'd have lived with that.
I just think, it's a discrepancy in the media world, in the world that we're in right now. It's a discrepancy. From the Mississippi, Clarion Ledger, I saw the guy, he said he calls everybody on their first name they interviews.
Right.
Hell no. I know you're not going to Ole Miss and saying Lane. Come talk to me, Lane. You're not saying Lane.
Right. That's right.
You're not going to Mississippi State from the Clarion Ledger and saying, "Hey, let me talk to you, Mike."
Right.
You're not.
Right.
You're not. So to downplay this man, who's a Hall of Famer, a person that's going to be revered for the rest of his life, and you're going to downplay him by calling him Deion, that's disrespectful. I would have told him the same shit. You know, I know you said we were going to talk with the SEC first, but now we're going to talk about the SWAC. And Deion was right to put him in his place. You're not going to talk to me like that. You're going to give me the same respect you're going to give everybody else in those Power 5 conferences, those Group of 5 conferences. You're not going to do it. You're not going to go to Florida State and say, hey, Bobby, talk to me when you want to talk to Coach Bowden. You're not going to do it. You never would do it. You know, maybe you're upset because you're in Jackson, Mississippi, whatever they were, in Birmingham for the SWAC and not for the SEC. You know, I don't know. Maybe you didn't like your assignment.
Right.
But that was definitely one of the things that Coach Prime has been pushing since he came to Jackson State is the equality and the understanding that, hey, we got ball players here. We need to be treated the same. You know, we got just as many skilled guys. And I think for the overall SWAC, that set the tone. You know, we're not second tier to the Southland. We're not second tier to these other conferences. We're here and we're putting on a good product out there on the field. And I enjoyed the SWAC season in the spring, and I'm excited to see what these guys are going to do this fall. You know, I think the East, you know, obviously the East comes back with Alabama A&M, who beat Southern in the state the championship game. And I think, you know, with Southern coming back in the West, I think, you know, Prairie View is going to be pretty better in the West as well. The West is going to be pretty hard, you know, between Grambling and Southern and Prairie View. You know, shout out to my guy Eric Dooley, man. That's my coach, man. That's my guy. So I'm all about Prairie View and supporting him. But it's going to be interesting SWAC season, man, with FAMU coming in and Bethune coming in, man. And I'm excited to see the amount of televised games that ESPN is playing this year, man. They've got like 9 games on ESPN.
Right.
And I don't like ESPN Deportes. It's like ESPN 2, ESPN 3 if you got it. So, I mean, that's going to be interesting.
Hey, y'all do know what ESPN Deportes is, right? No, I'm just saying. I know.
Dodgeball.
Say, no. So we gonna use this quote from the Clarion Ledger. Jackson State football coach Deion Sanders wants to be treated like Alabama coach and 6-time national champ Saban, Pro Football Hall of Fame cornerback and second year coach demanded reporters shouldn't call him by his first name before walking out SWAC Media Day event at the Sheraton Birmingham on Tuesday. You don't call Nick Saban Nick, don't call me Deion, Sanders told Nick Suss from the Clarion Ledger. If you call Nick Saban Nick, you'll get cussed out on the spot, so don't do that to me. And we know why Deion didn't curse him out, because Deion don't curse. And if he does curse, he's done a good job at hiding all these years.
Right.
So again, I think this probably one of the first things that we've fully agreed on in a long time. Except for when you were playing basketball, I told you were great, and you said I know.
Yeah, man. But you know, for me, it was just the audacity of this reporter. Like, bro, like, so he asked you to correct yourself, and you came back and said, "Okay, Deion." So that lets me know you're on an asshole. You're an asshole.
Right. He was
on a power trip.
He was being humble.
So now when Dion's up and walks out, right? You know, and Prime walks out, Coach Prime walks out. Everybody's like, "Oh my, why did he walk out?" You know, and if you go back, I'm sure it'll be up on Twitter tonight or whatever that this man's never called Nick Saban Nick.
Right. But you know why he's probably never called Nick Saban Nick?
Because he's never interviewed him.
That one, because Nick's probably never said, let's get the guy from the Clarion Ledger a chance to ask a question. Go ahead, Nick. No, right. Nick probably don't know him, is probably never calling him out. So,
you know, and for me, man, it bothers me because the SWAC is just a great conference, and having played the season at Southern University, it takes away from the overall event because of someone's asinine attitude about certain things.
I got
takes away from the whole event.
Bro, I got the video right here. We're gonna play the video for and again we're claiming fair use.
Play that.
Let's go.
Let me get Nick. Nick's a good guy. Nick Suss, you're up.
Hey, Dion, I was just wondering if you could...
Oh, let's back up a little bit. You don't call me Nick. Don't call me Dion. Okay.
Call Nick Saban Nick.
You don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a lie. If you call Nick, you get cussed out on the spot. So don't do that to me. Treat me like Nick.
Okay, Dion. Just
Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, I would have hit that with you, but I ain't no pass. So do that again.
It's fine, man. I know.
Hey, I like this
It's not
video.
disrespectful, man. Just disrespectful.
We're gonna let this filter through, bro. But watch all the respect that Dion gives him on the opening of this video. Watch this.
Let me get Nick.
Right.
Nick Suss, you're up.
Dion says, let me get Nick. Nick's a really good guy. And that's how you say thank you, Nick. Nick, in the words of Victoria Grayson, my father's mother. In the words of Victoria Grayson, my father's mother. Go to shit, Nick. All right? You're a girl for that, Nick. Nick Suss, you're a girl.
That's tough, man. That's just a tough reply, a tough outlet. I'm never gonna disrespect you as a person when we're in public. I might cuss you out in private, but we're in public. I'm not gonna disrespect what we do and what we're working on. And if you're from the Clarion Ledger, so I'm sure you've covered Deion Sanders Coach Prime and his team multiple times since he's been there in the last year, and you probably have never done that before. Because Deion's Coach Prime's reply was like, why you playing with me like that? We don't even play like that.
Right.
But hey, man, like I said, it takes away from the whole event, which was a great event, which was a great watch on ESPN these last couple of days. And I'm sorry that it happened, because it took away from Alabama A&M talking about how they want to repeat. It took away from Southern University talking about how they're excited about what they did in the spring and how Prairie View played, and Mississippi Valley thinks they got a lot better in the spring. It takes away from what's going to be a competitive season in the SWAC, man. But shit like that happens, man. Over to the SEC though, man. Baton Rouge, man.
One second.
You must not bought your glasses out there on vacation.
I left them in the truck. I think this is a shout out to Southern football coach Will Gilmore. Shout out Coach Gilmore. Saw Coach at LHSA Coaches Convention this week. So shout out to Coach G. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Send some gears.
I'm just name dropping, dog. You know how we got to do it sometimes.
Not name dropping. You name dropping.
Yeah. You see.
I see you working, man. You was working, man. Folks, he was working. He was at the clinic working. In a COVID cave of that clinic working.
Yeah.
Talking to everybody. So I hope he washed his hands. I hope he had his sanitizer. Hope he took a bath and bleach.
That's
why we not in the same place.
With my mask.
With his mask on. Mask up. Mask up, Louisiana. Oh, yeah, man. In the same place, they had the SEC convention going on for the SEC Media Day. And should I call him Ed? I bet you won't call him Ed. You're going to call him Coach O. But Coach O was out here, and he bought Derek Stingley and Austin Deckles, and Coach O, he gave some wonderful words.
Are we listening to this video?
Listen to Coach O talk about how we got 2 championship quarterbacks.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's listen to it. The video is
Go
like
ahead. Go ahead.
2
Play that.
minutes and 20
Play that.
seconds, you guys. So we're gonna listen to the video in its entirety. If we can get it going. See what we got here. Oh, and this video is courtesy of WAFB. Jacques Doucette, sports director. Come on, tell me his name, bro.
Is that Vernon Roche? All I know is Vernon Roche. Oh, sit up on it. All I know is Vernon Roche. That's what I grew up with. Vernon Roche and Miss Diane. They got me through school every day. Rest in peace.
Hey y'all, bro, let's finish talking about this real quick, bro. And as soon as the video load up, I'm kind of in a bad area.
Well, it's simple. They just say, Coach O, man, what's the quarterback situation? Coach O and Coach O fashion said, got Miles Brennan, got Mac Johnson. They both championship quarterbacks. Whoever's gonna win, gonna do a great job. And we got a tremendous battles going on. We're gonna see what happens. So I'm like, damn, we got two championship quarterbacks. So we got two Joe Burrows, or we got like a Joe Burrow and a Matt Flynn. He need to explain to me. I've seen a championship with Joe Burrow. I've seen a championship with Matt Flynn. And now, if you're telling me that they more Matt and Malk, let me know. I'm okay with that, because a championship is a championship. But I don't know how going into fall camp that helps anyone. That comment, that language helps anyone. I would just have kept it simple. Our guys are still trying to figure out who they are, what we're gonna do, and the best man's gonna win. Keep it simple. But to say we have two championship quarterbacks, gives us a false sense of security as LSU Tiger people. It also lets me know why we were so bad last year if we had two championship quarterbacks. And why didn't, if Miles was hurt and you knew Max Johnson was a championship quarterback, why wasn't he the starter from the beginning instead of TJ Finley? So, it just, leaves so much open to what's going to happen. And honestly, whoever wins this battle, in my personal opinion, the other person is going to enter the transfer portal immediately. I'm not waiting, so now you got one championship quarterback and a true freshman backup.
Hey, see this right here? This means pick me, pick me, pick me. Ooh, pick me.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, so here's the issue. And this is the rule and not the exception. So the rule and not the exception says if you have two quarterbacks, see, that's the number 2. That's not a peace sign. That's the number 2. You have two quarterbacks. You have 0 quarterbacks. And LSU just made another grave mistake that they made 4 years ago.
Who said that? Bill Walsh? Did Bill Walsh say that with the 49ers? He had Joe Montana and Steve Young. I think that's a Bill Walsh quote.
Hey, watch this. Watch this. 4 years ago from Zachary High School was Lindsey Scott Jr. He went on to the LSU campus, and he wasn't given a fair chance to be the quarterback. He goes on and great things. So last year, in 2020, they went got TJ Finley from Ponchatoula High School, 6'7",
Right.
Can throw the ball 75 yards on his back foot. And what happens? TJ Finley is in the transfer portal, and he's somewhere.
He's at Auburn.
Watch this. LSU, you did it again. You didn't give the guy a chance. Because
Well, those guys are not there. Shout out to Tim Rebowe, Nicholls State University, my guy, Tim Rebowe, my guy, one of the greatest coaches ever, Tim Rebowe, man. He's doing a hell of a job down there at Nicholls. But it's football, man, and you have attrition. You sign as many people as you can sign, and you're gonna have attrition. It might be your guy, it might not be your guy. That's just part of it. But for what he said with these two guys here, that gives them both a false security of confidence. Like, you can't do that. You can't say that on ESPN Live and think, hey, this kid's mom's not looking, this kid's dad's not watching. Like, you just can't do it. And I think that's gonna put us in a nutshell. So now, coach said, I'm a championship quarterback. If I'm not the starter, why am I here? Do I wait 6 games for somebody to get hurt, maybe sprain an ankle, maybe, tear something up in his shoulder or something? I'm not waiting. The days of Matt Flynn waiting 4 years to play behind Jamarcus Russell is gone.
Right.
Those days, Jordan Jefferson waiting behind Jerry Lee is gone.
Waited.
I can say I count the LSU with Marcus Russell and Matt Flynn. It's not happening anymore.
Hey, I was a fan. What was the last quarterback name you said?
Justin Jefferson?
Jordan Jefferson. I was a Jordan Jefferson fan. I cheered him on. The only thing I didn't cheer on was when he went to the bar and got into a fisticuffs. Because I'm not with the violence.
I guess, man.
I guess.
But, man, it's going to be interesting, man, that they've got all that going on, man. And, shout out to Derek Stingley and Austin Deck. Questions, man. But,
hey.
Derek Stingley yeah, man. Man, 7 figures, getting that money, shit price, whatever you gotta do, man. I applaud that. You know what I'm saying? Derek Stingley got to deal with walk-ons, Bryce Young, reaching 7 figures and endorsement for the NIL, man. I just think it's an amazing thing for these young people to be out there and go make a living.
Yeah, man. Go get that money. Young men, young women, go get that dough. Hey, it's the kid in Gonzales, Louisiana. Don't forget about him, Boonville, Tupelo area. He's a scorer. He's
Boonville.
Hey, what do you know? In other news, news, USA women's national soccer team loses to Sweden
3-0, baby.
Hey, that's a bad look, man. That's a bad look.
Man, they're the number 1 team in the world. The number 2 team, the number 3 team, and the number 4 team are not even playing in the Olympics. So for them to come out and lose to Sweden, man, that's a struggle. You shouldn't be losing to Sweden when the number 2 team, the number 3 team, and the number 4 teams ranked in the world are not playing. Like, that's tough. That's the first game. Like, it's the first day of the Olympics. And we turned in. This is supposed to be a gimme gold medal right here.
Right.
I read an article yesterday that was saying, were the U.S. women ever going to be challenged in this? Because the second ranked team, the third ranked team, the fourth ranked team weren't playing. They should run through this with no problem. Are they going to be motivated? Well, I guess they're not motivated.
In 2016, guess what Sweden did?
Not win the game.
No, they eliminated the U.S. from soccer. So they have a familiarity in beating the U.S. in soccer.
That's tough, man. That's and we've been giving men's basketball such a hard time, and I guess we have to look at it more diplomatically because we've never experienced anything like COVID. We've never experienced this pandemic before. And it was crazy. Maybe they aren't as focused. Maybe they aren't as locked in. Maybe they're dealing with the restrictions that's happening in Tokyo right now. But man, for a team that dashed their Olympic hopes 4 years ago and to play them in your first game and lose 3-0.
Hey, you mentioned the men's national basketball team, but the women didn't do too well in scrimmages either.
Man, and we knew that was going to happen, man. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for Sue Bird to guard these young athletic point guards. It's going to be hard for Diana Taurasi to guard those wings at this stage of her career. It's hard. And I don't think, those things are going to change within the next 2 week span.
No.
So I wouldn't be surprised if women's basketball loses a game. I think that it's pretty shitty on the Olympic Council to not let Elizabeth Williams and Chini Okomi play for Nigeria. I thought that was a pretty shitty thing, you know what I'm saying? With those two WNBA All-Stars on the Nigerian roster, Nigeria has the opportunity to win a medal. Not saying they won't win a medal because they still got two WNBA All-Stars on their team, but you put an MVP and an All-Star and a Korean All-Star on that team as well that didn't make the United States team, who hold dual passports. I think, it was a wrong decision. And I don't want to say because Nigeria is an African country, but if I'm Russia, if I'm France, if I'm England, if I'm Australia, one of these countries that's supposed to medal, I don't want those All-Stars playing. And I think the Olympic Council knows that we're going to get more watchers from Australia. We're going to get more watchers from France, from Russia, tuning in for games, for ratings, than we are going to get from Nigeria. So I thought that was pretty shitty. I thought those two ladies should have made the USA team. But, giving them opportunity to play, what's the point of having dual citizenship if I can't go play from another country? You know what I'm saying? That defeats the whole purpose of having dual citizenship. Regardless of how much I played for the United States before.
Right.
But you can't win them all, I guess, and I just think that's a tough one. Your boy Kevin Love, man, dropped off the team though.
Hey, good for him. Woohoo! Woohoo! I care less about a Kevin Love. He should have never been on the team.
My guy, JaVale McGee got added on there. They bought what I've been saying they needed is a big that can protect the rim and give Bam Adebayo some relief. And they bought in JaVale McGee, one of the most athletic bigs in the NBA right now.
And he doesn't require shots.
And he doesn't require shots. And he's a great passer from the high post. And he's a great pick and roll guy as far as rolling to the basket and not floating to the three.
Right.
It's what this team needed desperately. So with JaVale McGee being added and Keldon Johnson being added up from the select team, shout out to Keldon Johnson, man. Had a really good year for the Spurs. Got invited to the select team. Was the best player on the select team. Bradley Beal's got to drop out because of COVID restrictions. And Keldon Johnson's not on Team USA with the opportunity to win a gold medal in his second year in the NBA.
Hey, shout out to Dustin Poirier, Lafayette, Louisiana guy. $15 million on the Conor McGregor fight. Changed his whole generational wealth gap. That's awesome.
There's a lot of Boudin balls out there.
Yeah, Billy's gonna get a few dollars.
Billy Boudin, come on, drop them chicken skins off for Dustin Poirier.
Hey, this for you, Poirier. I'm
ready to see fight number 4. I want to see fight number 4.
Hey, did you see fight number 3? Did you see fight number 3? Nah, because McGregor got his ass whipped.
He broke his leg. He
got his ass whipped. He was running.
He broke his leg.
I thought he was.
Anybody that's a competitor and that's a champion, they want no questions asked. So
What-
I
what's
know
the-
Justin Poirier is a competitor. He doesn't want any questions that any doubt in anybody's mind that he's the greatest right now. So
What,
he's gonna do it all over again.
what's
Same
the
with
guy's
the-
name from what's the guy's name from Jamaica in track? Jamaica track. What's the guy's
Oh,
name?
Usain Bolt.
That's who Conor McGregor was in that last fight they had. He was running like Usain Bolt. He was so scared of getting tagged. Yeah.
That was
That's whip.
a tough injury, man. It was a tough injury. It was very gruesome. I'm not even gonna speak on that. It was disgusting. Man, but we got a lot of things coming up for you guys, man.
The ass
A lot of
he
things
took
coming
was
up, man.
disgusting.
There you go, people.
Hey,
We got a lot of things. We got those
Hey.
things coming up.
y'all see it?
OTB on the cup.
Hey, look, you guys, delayed taping is on NBC. Delayed taping is on NBC. If you want to watch the game, you got to go to Peacock. It's like $4.99 a month to watch the men's and women's national basketball games live.
That's crazy, man. What's all this, man? I remember I had to get up. I would rather get up at 2 o'clock in the morning on NBC and watch NBC at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right,
Now I got to go download some Peacock.
right.
I don't like that.
Hey, it's cool. I had to buy Peacock for my daughter. She's a big WWE fan. Shout out to Vince McMahon and company. Thank y'all for going to Peacock and making me have to spend $5 a month.
That's crazy.
Whatever y'all do on Monday night, it's on Peacock now. And if my daughter doesn't watch wrestling, she's not a happy camper. And at 12 years old and 6 feet 1 inches tall, I don't want that pressure. I don't want that pressure.
She's gonna be body slamming something,
I don't want that pressure.
man. So, man, yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
NBC, though, I heard Maria Taylor leaving ESPN, man, going to NBC. Maria Taylor's leaving ESPN. The whole Rachel Nichols, she don't like it. Y'all doing too much. She's like, don't worry about it, boo. You can stay at ESPN. I'm gonna go get these coins elsewhere. NBC. Shout out to Maria Taylor, man. That's a
Ain't
power
that
move right
ain't
there.
that the doom? Yeah. Hey, man, another great episode of the No Name Show. Hey, what's my name? That's Ro, Jake.
Go row, go row.
Go Ro.
That's
Hey.
all we are. That's all we doing.
Y'all know what it
Go
is.
row. Man, we'll be back with y'all later on this week, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, fooling with us, man. We had a great time. Go and get your hump day on. If you got somebody to hump on, get your hump day on.
Hey, real spill. Last little thing for me. Last season is almost over for high school athletics. School starts in 12 days.
All right.
Don't mess around. Be doing what you're supposed to be doing if you're a student athlete at the high school, college level. Be doing what you need to be doing. Take care of your business. Go in the classroom, sit your ass down and do your schoolwork. Straight up. I don't know
Right.
what you said. Hey, pardon shout outs, Ro. Go.
Hey, man. Shout out to my people out there, man. All those college coaches on the road right now in the gyms all day. If you're driving, if you're flying, if you're a high school athlete, an AU athlete, man, play your hardest. Give your best on both ends of the floor. Coaches looking for everything. Hustle, skill, drive, teamwork, leadership, man. D1, D2, D3, NAI, those guys are out there looking for players, man. Girls and boys, you know. Make sure you're doing the things necessary to put yourself in a position to catch somebody's eye. If that's a hustle play, if it's great defense, if it's rebounding, if it's shooting, play to your strengths, man. And I hope y'all, you know, able to live y'all dreams.
Right.
That's all I got to say about that. It's a live period, man. I miss that.
Hey, I gotta find it real quick, but I want to shout out.
He always got to find some shit.
Yeah, man. I always got to find some stuff. I met a young lady today at Inside Exposure. They're playing in Sewanee, Georgia, at the Sports Academy. This young lady's name is Ashlyn Watkins. Ashlyn Watkins, 2022, Cardinal Newman School, Columbia, South Carolina. She plays with Atlanta United. They played the team out of Arkansas. It's gonna come to me, y'all. But in game, bruh, she went there like she's a junior. She went up like she was this close from putting it in the rim. 6'3", 6'4". Like, I'm gonna try to go find the footage that bruh, it was a beautiful thing. The whole gym went crazy. So shout out to Ashlyn Watkins, Cardinal Newman High School in Columbia, South Carolina. You the GOAT. You the GOAT. You the GOAT.
I want to see that, man. Put that up, man.
I'm gonna go find it and put it up, man, before my night ends. But also shout out my girl, Coach Jamie Tomatis at Mount Carmel. I think it's East Tennessee. She played her collegiate ball at. She's getting inducted into the East Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame. So shout out my girl Jay Tomatis, Mount Carmel High School, New Orleans, Louisiana. Hey, and that's it, man. Remember, get off the bench, get into the game.